Kalimera Iraklio. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here today. My name is Nikoleta, and I'm excited to share with you how we at Novibet tackled one of our biggest technical challenges, scaling casino integrations. The talk is about our journey from a fragmented provider-by-provider approach to building what we call the Novibet Universal API or NUA. This was not just a technical exercise, it was a real transformation in how we integrate providers, how we think about scale, and ultimately how we deliver faster and more reliably for our players. Let me start with a context. At Novibet, we've been expanding rapidly. More markets, more players, and most importantly, more gaming providers. But our reality at the time was painful. Each provider required a custom integration. Every new onboarding meant starting almost from scratch. And this had a limitation. Our existing approach simply didn't scale. Speed and efficiency became more critical, and the model we had just couldn't keep up the demand. So it became clear to us we needed a more unified and scalable solution. So what did this look like in reality? As we scaled, everything became heavier. We had duplicated logic across multiple services. QA was repeated over and over for each provider. Also, we were carrying the full responsibility, maintenance, monitoring, bug fixes, all multiplied by the number of providers we had. Also, and of course, the pressure to move faster didn't stop. The more popular Novibet became, more providers came knocking, and the backlog we had grew heavier. That's when we realized that the problem was not just about the speed. It was about the model itself. Now, let's look at our architecture, before and after. On the left side, you see the legacy model. Each provider had its own microservice and API contract. That meant higher latency, performance bottlenecks, complexity, because we had to study and to adapt to every provider API specification. On the right side, you see the new model, a single integration point, the Casino API. With it, we gained unified logic, centralized observability, reduced latency, and backwards compatible updates. Every regulation or feature update is implemented once and instantly available to all providers. In short, from fragmentation, we moved to unification, and this made a huge difference. Okay. Sorry, again. So, how does NUA work in practice? First, it flips the integration model. Instead of us adapting to each provider, now providers integrate into our platform. Second, QA. We run it once per flow, instead of repeating it dozens of times. That alone saved us enormous time and effort. Third, maintenance. We only maintain our API. We no longer chase every vendor-specific change. And the result, Scaling, faster integrations with less effort and lot less pain. But of course, it wasn't all smooth sailing. The architecture itself was challenging. We had to go into deep analysis even before starting. Our initial QA cycles were longer and more demanding than expected. Naturally, we had teething troubles, early bugs, design tweaks, small fires here and there. Also, some providers were reluctant to adapt to a centralized API. They were used to doing things their way. But the key here is that we never stood still. Continuous improvements came from real-world feedback, and each cycle made our platform much more stronger. So, was it worth it? The answer is absolutely yes. NUA turned out to be a long-term investment, which paid off in multiple ways. We cut integration time and reduced operational effort. We simplified the onboarding process for new providers. We improved the overall system stability and maintainability. And perhaps the most important, we gained time and flexibility. Two things you can never have enough of in a fast-growing environment. So, looking back, the road was long and not paved with roses, but the hard work paid off. That's the story of Novibet Universal API. I would love to hear your questions, and you can find us here at the booth for later questions, or if something comes to your mind, you can reach out by email. Before closing, I would like to share a little truth from this journey. I think we managed to do what every developer secretly dreams of: make someone else do the work for you. Thank you all for your time. I hope this gave you a clear picture, and enjoy the rest of Vox Days. It was really quick. I think we managed to sell it in multiple ways. We provide also solutions that also they can develop and have in their way they provide their games. So that's the key here. Great question. And as a product owner and not a developer, it was really hard. I think we informed and gave all the appropriate details to our product managers that now we have one unified solution, and we will reduce the time to implement a new integration. I think that's the one point that we try to convince them in order to give in the other providers. Thank you too. Enjoy the, oh, sorry, yes. Yes, because with all these multiplied microservices, it was really hard to maintain. But after we became popular, and for the providers were more easy to, how to say, to decide to do their work, because they trusted us. Okay, I think that's all. Thank you.